Got lots going on with that forecast for today, and we brought in a little extra help this morning so that way I can focus on the what's coming, and Austin is here to focus on the where it's been.
Yeah, Rob, I think it's so important to just take a look at what's happened so far behind us. That way we can see what's coming. But just take a look at what's going on right now. A lot of action to our west. Just to check out one of the tornado warnings east of Mobile. That is now an observed tornado, and plenty of action in the panhandle of Florida. But this line of storms has been nasty for the last several hours. Did lead to numerous storm reports. You can see all the colors on here. The blues show where we've got the strongest wind reports. A lot of those were 60 plus. I've seen a few of those come out. And then we've got some wind damage reports, not necessarily associated with thunderstorms, but just the strong nature of this low pressure system bringing those gradient winds anywhere between, again, 40 and 60 miles per hour. But the extent down there toward the New Orleans area, that's where we've seen some of the strongest part of this storm. And even parts of Florida, 62 miles per hour. Some of the higher wind gusts I've seen, that's at Pensacola International Airport. And this does look like it's going to be moving toward our area, Rob. And I think this just shows you that these storms have a history of producing some sort of severe weather that we've got on tap for us.
For sure. And when we see those storms that do have that history, we kind of expect that to make its way to where we are. And it's a great reminder that even before that line of storms gets to where we are, we could find some of those winds that could be some strong and some dangerous, and that could cause some power outages early this morning. The 24-hour temperature cast real interesting. Yesterday, temperatures got warmer as we got that surge, that secondary surge of warm air. So late last night, it was warmer than it was during the afternoon. I think for a lot of us today, once we get past the rain, and that likely comes after lunchtime today, we start bringing in that north and northwest wind that's really going to watch those temperatures drop. And tomorrow morning, we're going to find numbers that are back in the 30s. It's a kind of an ugly looking watch warnings and advisories map without a real clear way to break it all down. I see this red area that comes over towards the Apalachicola River and west. That's where the current tornado watch is for now. I expect that to get moved east, or at least extended east, and soon. Where we have this gray shading, which is pretty much everywhere. So we got the wind advisory. So that's because we are expecting those winds up over 30 miles per hour. Where we see this green shading down near the Gulf Coast, that's a coastal flood warning. So yeah, some showers, some storms, that south breeze that could push some water up on land and cause a few issues. Now, as we take a look at the whole system, we can see some of the showers developing ahead of that main line, which is still over towards Mobile. So still a couple of hundred miles away, and that likely means still 4 or 5 hours away from much of our area. So it's going to be some showers that develop in this warm, unstable air first, but the main line probably not coming until after 10, 11, 12 o'clock, depending on where you are. It'll be in western areas first. It'll be in eastern areas later. The first showers we see won't be part of that main line. That main line a couple hours behind all that. And then we saw those temperatures in the 60s, but notice those winds. Out of the south up to 23 miles per hour in Tallahassee, 16 and 17 miles per hour in Thomasville and in Valdosta. So it's real windy out there, and it's going to be that way throughout the day today. All those numbers in the 60s are not really going to move all that much, but I do think the story today is going to be about those approaching showers and storms and these winds on the other side of the storm coming in from the north and west to bring in much cooler and drier air. So expect those windy conditions all day. Early from the south to bring in warm, later from the northwest to bring in cooler. And you see, not a lot of rain in our area yet. You may notice some wet road surfaces or wet pavement out there because we did have a few showers at times last night, but that main line still way back here to the west. And then behind the main line, there are still some straggling showers. So it's not like that main line comes through and the rain gets turned off like a faucet. Instead, we still have some lingering showers for maybe another hour or two behind it. And then we start to see everything clear up and dry out, and that'll happen overnight tonight. The future cast, as we get to 9, 10 o'clock, we may still be waiting to get those showers and storms to the Highway 319 corridor. So areas west into Gadsden County, into Jackson County, into Seminole County, that's where I think we'll see the showers 8, 9 o'clock this morning. But if we're talking about areas into Wakulla and Leon and Thomas and Grady, it may not be till after 10 o'clock for those showers to get here. And then if you're further to the east, for Lowndes County, for the I-75 corridor, it may not be till after lunchtime or around lunchtime. So it's going to be about patience and waiting for these showers and storms to get to where you are, and then a little patience for them to exit. And it may start happening noon out west. It may not start happening until 3 or 4 o'clock in eastern areas, but that feels like the timing for us today. We are expecting those dangerous storms. That's what the enhanced risk from the SPC means it means we've got a better chance to get the dangerous weather than not getting the dangerous weather. And it's a one-shot deal. It's just this morning. By this afternoon, things are calming down. That wind, though, is likely going to be persistent, including out on the Gulf. The gale warning's in effect. Those winds up to maybe 40 knots or higher than that, and the seas could get up over 9 or 10 feet. 50s and 60s storms coming. We're going to have to be patient for a couple hours. This afternoon, the storms end from west to east. Temperatures still in the 60s, but start falling. Tonight, with clearing and cooling and still breezy, we're going to find the cool spots in the upper and mid 30s tomorrow morning. Thursday looks like a day where we start to bring a few clouds back. There's another piece of energy in this very active weather pattern. This is going to bring some more showers and storms on Friday, although they don't look to be anywhere near as dangerous as the ones that we should get later this morning. It does look like a cool down for the weekend. Could be a real cold start on Sunday.